Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm excited to show you the latest Jordan 4 release that has been highly anticipated and considered by some to be the best sneaker release of 2021. If you watch my channel, you know my favorite Jordans are 4s and 6s, so I took notice when Nike started teasing these. I'm happy to have these in hand today, and I'll show you all around the shoe. We'll talk a little Jordan 4 history, and I'll show you what I like and what I don't like about this sneaker. Okay, let's go. These dropped on July 3rd for the retail price of $190. I was lucky enough to score mine for retail, and I have to say it is a very nice summer shoe, and you can't go wrong with a pair of white 4s. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, and there's a few things I would have done differently, but overall there's a lot I like about these. Before we go over the shoes, here's a super quick history on the Jordan 4. These were originally released in 1989. It was Tinker Hatfield's second Jordan design following his success with the Jordan 3. They were originally released in two colorways, white cement and black cement, for $110 retail. These got a lot of attention when Michael Jordan scored his epic game-winning shot against the Cleveland Cavaliers while wearing these, and also they were featured in one of the most memorable scenes in Spike Lee's movie Do the Right Thing that very same year. Spike Lee was also part of the promotional campaign for these and would play a character called Mars Blackman alongside MJ in the ads and commercials. After that, they went away for almost a full decade until they released again in 1999 with the retail price of only $100. Throughout the early 2000s, they released a bunch of different colorways, but at the time, the hype for these just wasn't there, and I'm told a lot of them didn't sell out, and actually ended up going to clearance sales, if you could believe that. That would never happen nowadays. These were originally designed to be a capable, functional, luxury basketball sneaker, and for all intents and purposes, they were. A lot of new design elements were added that the public had never seen before. They had the mesh technology for breathability and weight savings, support wings for multiple lacing options, large rear pull tabs, Nike Air technology, and a whole lot of style. These were sort of an evolution of the 3s, and if you put them side by side, you could see a lot of similarities between the two pairs. My favorite feature of the 4s has always been the support wings on the lateral and medial sides of the shoes. They are meant to add extra support when playing and offer the option to lace them in multiple ways to achieve your best fit. That's cool, but I like them for a much simpler reason. They look good. I don't know why, but this is really cool to me, and growing up, this simple touch played a big part in my obsession for sneaker tech and design. Now back to these tech whites. At first glance, they look very similar to the white cement, but if you look at them side by side, you could see the differences. If you look close, you can even see that they slightly revised some of the paneling. Not super noticeable, but it is slightly different. To be clear, this is not an OG. This is a brand new colorway, and in my opinion, it's a good mix between the OG style and a fresh new take. It's worth mentioning that there has been a bit confusion regarding the name. The Nike Sneakers app was calling them Tech White, but the box is calling them Tech Gray, and on the streets, most people are calling them White Oreos. So which is it? For me, I'm just going to call them Tech White, but I understand why people are referring to them as Oreos. The color blocking looks like a flipped version of the black Oreos that were retroed back in 2015. Another of my favorite Jordan 4 features is the polyurethane netting. The originals had them, but not all 4s come with this, and some just had the perforated leather. Personally, I love the look of the netting. It's synthetic, light, and breathable. But one downside is that it tends to oxidize and yellow pretty quickly, and that's not an easy thing to fix. That said, it's still a good look, and I'm glad they added this to the latest pair. Overall, I think Jordan Brand crushed it with this one, but there are a few things I don't like about them, and they're all in the same location, the heel. For starters, I'm a little bummed they don't have the Nike Air logo on the back. It just fills the area better and looks so much cooler than the Jumpman. From what I understand, since this is a new colorway and not an OG, it did not earn the right to have the Nike Air logo on the heel, so they added the Jumpman instead. Whatever the case, I don't think it looks as good aesthetically. Another part I don't like about the heel is the choice to replace the plastic heel panel and pull tab with leather. I understand they were going for a premium look, but I don't like it. To me, it sucks on multiple levels. For starters, it's way less durable than the plastic panel. Secondly, an animal had to die for this. And third, your jeans will immediately start rubbing off on that white leather pull tab to give them the light blue tint. To me, the plastic makes a lot more sense. My last gripe about the heel is the outsole. You can see this outsole is pretty much all white with a little red Jumpman in the middle and a gray toe area. I like that gray hit on the toe, and I wish they would have added that to the heel. The heel and toe are the 2 points of the outsole that take the most abuse, so I think it would have made sense to make them both gray. But it is what it is, and gripes aside, this is still a fire pair of kicks. Making your way to the inside, you have a shiny silver satin sock liner. It looks good, and it feels high quality. Also, it's less likely to get dirty over time, so that's a big plus for me. Typically, Retro 4s have a tag on the tongue with the Jumpman and the old flight text, which I prefer. But this pair went a lot simpler and added a clean embroidered red Jumpman. It's very similar to the tongue you find on some of the Jordan 13s. If you look inside of the tongue, you will see an upside down embroidered Air Jordan tag. To my understanding, the reason it's upside down is because some people would flip the tongue out so the tag reads right side up. I'm not one of those people, and frankly, I've never seen anyone do that, but I guess it's a thing for some. So much that the manufacturer felt this was necessary, so to each their own. Before I forget, these do fit true to size and feel like every other Jordan 4. That said, if you are able to try them on before you buy them, I always recommend doing so. They come with standard flat white laces and no optional colors. The white laces work great, but I think these would also look great with a pair of red laces. Working your way to the midsole, you have the exposed Nike Air unit in the heel, just like the original pair, and a polyurethane midsole panel with the iconic splatter paint or cement texture. In addition to the support wings and the netting, this cement texture is so iconic and one of the elements that attracted me to Jordans when I was younger. Speaking of the cement texture, it's also on the box and on the tissue paper inside. The top of the box has the classic Jumpman and Flight logo lockup. The interior is red, and overall the packaging feels fun and has a retro vibe to it. Now back to the sneaker. You have the gray and black cement style eyelets connected to all white support wings on the top. If I were designing these, I would have made the support wings with the full cement pattern, but I'm okay with the white. If I ever had the opportunity to create my own signature pair of Jordans, they would definitely be a pair of 4s, and I would probably spend weeks, if not months, exploring different materials, fabrics, and colors. It would probably be very frustrating coming up with the final design, but I gotta admit, it would be mad fun going through the process. I hope all these athletes and celebrities appreciate how lucky they are when given the opportunity to create their own pair. Clearly, these are a hot item right now, but I've noticed they're not fetching the high resale prices some might expect, even though there are a lot of people who want these for the summer. If you're watching this and planning to resell them, I don't think you will lose money, but you might not get the huge return you were expecting. If you are planning on reselling them for a good profit, I would consider waiting a few months or even a year before listing them. That way, everyone who owns them might have already beaten down their pairs and might be looking for a replacement pair. This is just a theory I have, but don't take my word for it. Trust your own instincts and sell them when you feel it's appropriate. So in conclusion, I think the Jordan 4s are not only the best and most timeless Jordans ever made, but also some of the best and most timeless sneakers ever made. And this new pair is clean, classic, and perfect for the summer. There's obviously a few things I would have done differently, but overall, I'm really happy with this pair. And if you plan on copying a pair, I think you would be very happy with them too. Just tread light and don't forget to add crease protectors so they last longer. That's my video on the new Air Jordan 4 Tech Whites, Tech Gray, White Oreo, or whatever you want to call them. I'll show a few more shots, but before I go, I ask that you please like this video if you're feeling the content, and also please subscribe if you would like to see more. Also, feel free to check me out on Instagram at E21Life. I'm always posting random content that you might find interesting. As always, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Until then, stay safe, everyone. Peace.